NG Models has made an announcement that they are starting to offer rewards when you buy NG Models aircraft. So what does this mean for you as a collector, and what does this mean for the model aircraft industry? What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here with yet another video, and today we're going to talk about the new NG Models CRP or Collectors Rewards program, and we're going to talk about how it is going to affect and I think permanently change the model collecting hobby. So we're going to start with just reading off the post that NG put out, and I have it up here on the screen if you want to take a look at it, but I'm also going to read it. Their English is not super amazing because they're a Chinese company, but I'm going to read it anyway, and then we're going to talk about it and talk in particular about how I think it is secretly changing the industry in ways I don't think anyone's really talked about yet. NG Models, new benefits from NG. Dear guys, thank you for choosing NG. In order to offer more benefits to collectors, we have launched a new program called CRP Collectors Rewards Plan. Starting from January 2022, a new scorecard will come with each new products. You can scratch off the layer and enter the code on our website to earn scores. Register as a member on ngmodels.com first. The scores can be used to exchange for corresponding benefits in the future, including but not limited to getting free models, participating in production plan arrangements, new molds creation, etc. Welcome to the new journey of the collecting hobby. Collect more, reward more, get more. Currently, we are working on the website update. We will let you know when this work is finished. So basically how this works is with every new model starting in January 2021, they are going to start putting cards in the models that you buy. Now, I don't know if this is going to be just for the new ones because NG has shown some of the pictures of some of the new releases with these cards, or if this will be all purchases. I'm not sure exactly, but we're going to find out. And you'll get this little card here that they sell, and one side it has like a little paragraph on it. On the other side it has a scratch off ticket, basically like a lottery ticket where you scratch off and there's like a code, and then you enter that code into their website database. Once you set up an account, you register, and then it'll give you like so many points or something like that. I assume this is going to be on a points-based system. You get those points and then you collect them to your account, and essentially that registers your model on the website. And then I'm going to assume that these rewards can be collected based on a number of points that you have. So let's say a model gets you 100 points. And let's say for a free model it is 2,000 points. So you need to buy 20 models to get a free model, for example. Now I think this is really cool, particularly if you're just buying a ton of NG models. That way you can just get a free model like every couple months or something like that, which is kind of cool. Now some of these other rewards I think are kind of interesting. The participating in the community and with the manufacturer is sort of interesting. This is not really something we've seen before, but I am not a super big fan of it right off because it looks like this is essentially a pay for access system. For example, let's say it costs 500 points to say pick what mold you want next. So you select that option, you bought 5 models, you're going to use your 500 points for that, and that'll get you access to a poll where you can pick what model you want next. It's a cool idea, but I'm not a huge fan of pay for access because things like social media and Instagram exist where they could literally just put a poll out on the Instagram or Facebook or whatnot, and they could get you the access for free. But in this case, NG Models is going to make you pay for that access, which I'm not a huge fan of. Now maybe they will still make a lot of this public and it's more like an in-depth thing. Like let's say you want to see like how a model is made. They might maybe make a video that you pay say 500 points for. That would be kind of cool. But even then, a lot of this could be just publicly done. Like I know Scale Trains, they're a model railroad company. They recently made a video series on how they make their model trains, which was super cool. I really enjoyed watching that video. So that's that system. And I really think there is actually more to this than just, oh, you can get rewards and you can get cool things. I think that is partly the case, and I think that's really awesome. I'm definitely going to use these to get free models in particular. That's probably what I'm going to use it for. As far as like the new molds creation, future releases and such, I'm not quite as interested in spending points on that, because what's the point of that? You're basically using your points for access, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But to get free models, oh yeah, I'm definitely down for that. But the whole thing that makes me concerned about this is really the whole rewards point system in general, because this whole system is designed as essentially the way to end Gemini Jets permanently. Now, a bunch of people have been saying for a while, and I'm probably in this group as well, that NG models is better than Gemini Jets. It's pretty much a fact now. I think in 2020 I made a video, NG models versus Gemini Jets comparison, and I actually picked Gemini Jets at the time just because they had more models available. But now, NG models has more molds, and they have more models you can pick from, to the point where you could just not buy Gemini Jets for the most part. Now, there are still models you want to buy Gemini Jets for, but NG models make so many releases now that you don't necessarily have to buy Gemini Jets, and I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to exclusively buy NG models products with this rewards plan. Now, it's very similar to rewards plans that airlines have, which is one of the reasons why I think NG models is doing this, because rewards programs that other companies like airlines have done is, through their studies, they found that these programs tend to cause people to buy a product from that company, even if that product isn't necessarily better or a better deal than from another company. Like, let's say you're flying between Omaha and Atlanta. You have a Delta Airlines rewards program, so you're going to fly Delta Airlines. Let's say that ticket is $200 one way, versus Southwest, which also operates the route, might be just $120. But because you have a Delta rewards program, you won't even consider or even look at Southwest Airlines. Therefore, you will pay more to fly Delta just because you have the rewards program. A lot of companies have found this is a very effective way to get people to spend a lot of money with just their company. And I actually think this is what NG is trying to do. They are trying to essentially put their hooks in you as collectors and permanently have you stopping with NG models and not even considering other brands. Now, this is really cool if you like to collect a lot of NG models, and it's something I'm definitely going to do, but I'm not going to fall into this trap of just buying NG models. I'd be very careful just being like, oh, NG models has this awesome rewards program, I'm never going to buy from Gemini Jets again, because Gemini Jets does still make some good models occasionally, believe it or not. Yes, they aren't all Gemini kits, but they do make some good models, and just buying from NG models is going to cause some problems where you'll just look at NG and you won't even consider other companies. So this is something that I would say, it's a good program to participate in. I would just say, just be careful picking, say, an NG over Gemini Jets just because it's an NG models and you'll get the rewards program. That's a cautionary note I want to make, and I definitely think, though, it'll be effective, because I think NG models is going to increase their sales significantly through this program, which is obviously the whole point. They have a new factory that they opened up in the summertime, and all this is leading to more models being made, which means they need to sell more models. And so this is a new program which they can sell a lot more model airplanes. I'm not trying to be overly negative about this program. I think it's really cool. I would just say be cautious about just buying NG models because of the rewards program. I definitely think that is the intent, is to get people to exclusively buy from NG models. That is not something I'm going to do, because there are a lot of other great brands out there like Panda Models and Aviation 400, and even Gemini Jets or Aero Classics make some good stuff in 1 to 400 scale. And then 1 to 200 scale, NG models isn't even that big of a brand still. The primary brands are still like In-Flight 200 and JC Wings and Gemini Jets. But NG models definitely getting their way into the 1 to 200 market. That is pretty much it for my thoughts and analysis on the new NG Models Rewards program. I do think it's super cool and something that I and many others will be using in the future. And yeah, let me know what you think of this program down below in the comments. I just really wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about it, and it's just something that we haven't seen before in the model collecting industry. It wouldn't surprise me if other companies do something like this as well. But anyway, I'm really interested to see what happens. Hopefully NG Models addresses my concerns and they make this really something that's worthwhile and not just a buy more models from us sort of thing, which is really what I think the goal is. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I really want to thank y'all so much for watching. Let's have a great discussion down in the comments, and have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.